Shout out to US ARC and all US ARC members. If you don't know what US ARC is, don't be ashamed. Just go ahead and click the third link in the description below. See what US ARC is all about, okay? You never know when legislations are going to hit your backyard, so that's why it's very important to consider becoming a US ARC member today. These numbers really do matter, and they look at it for consideration when it comes to battling legislation. So first and foremost, thank you, Phil Goss. Thank you to anybody out there who partners up and volunteers with US ARC organization. Thank you for anyone out there who's a US ARC member. And if you can't become a US ARC member today, please talk about it on your platforms. Let your neighbors know, let all your pet stores know what US ARC is here for, and it's here to fight for our animal rights. Thank you to every US ARC member and US ARC supporter out there. True.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, the coolest reptile network in the world, episode 692. This is the recap, New Breed on the Block episode with Brandon Nixon, the return, Nixon Reptiles in the building. So yeah, Sunset, Ultramil fans, you're welcome. Okay, you're in for a treat. I'm your boy MJ. What is good? Your first time tapping in with us. If you're enjoying these episodes, all right, hit that like button first and foremost. And if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, okay? Because it lets YouTube know that you are liking these, and it puts us in the algorithm with others. And you can help me organically grow this channel by doing such a thing. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that notification bell. You'll be reminded of every episode dropping here out of the network. Tinley weekend, holy shit. Wow, that's all I got to say. We're going to talk a lot tonight. I'll tell you one thing. Wish I had one person with me at Tinley. Big E, Top G, Villarreal Reptiles, bro. You missed quite a weekend.
I had FOMO, bro. But what can I say, man? I got a tough 6 weeks coming, and
yeah.
I just couldn't do it, bro. I was chilling,
Listen, at the end of the day, bro, we already discussed this when I thought you weren't going to make it to Trap Fest. And you pulled up, and I was like, I wasn't expecting you because I already know how your schedule is right now. Like, you methodically have everything laid out for your year. And, bro, it's why to stay sharp, you can't stay off course, you know? And so I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm just saying it would have been cool to have you there.
Nothing against Tinley, bro, but I'd rather go to Trap Fest all day, every day. So
no, yeah, I agree with that 100%. And you know what? It was just quite the send off Tinley for me because I won't be at Tinley for a while due to my baby's about to come, my second child's about to come. So I'm be tied down from traveling for a bit. But man, at the end of the day, regardless of the chain of events that happened, good and bad at Tinley, it was a good feeling being there, man. I mean, I'll tell you what, man, people made money for sure. That whole market is dead, bro. Just stop. I mean, I think we already kind of pinned that in the bud the other week or whatever, or many times. But I saw firsthand motherfuckers making bank. Okay, so shout out to the people who did good at Tinley or had a good time at Tinley. And if I've met a lot of new people, bro. So many people asked for you, dude. I had a guy literally. I forgot what time it was. I was by myself walking to my rental. And then I just hear across the fucking parking lot, Big E, Top G. And I'm by myself. And I'm just like, what? Bro, motherfuckers were definitely asking where you were at. So, yeah.
The duo.
Yeah, man. It was fun, dude.
Man.
So, but yeah, dude, what's up? Okay, how was your weekend? What'd you do?
Chilled. Worked the animals a little bit here and there. But mostly, I chilled most of the weekend, bro.
Yeah. Lounged up?
Yeah, chilled, man.
What's up with everything as far as production? Are you?
I'm done. I got 55.
Cool. That's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah. If I get something else, it's a surprise, but I doubt it. So
then, how many clutches currently cooking right now?
I have another 20. I think I have 25 more. Yeah.
Okay. So they pretty much come in halves for you. Like it comes in like almost like you get 25 up front, and I guess in a sense, but you feel like your season's almost split up, like they come as far as how they come all at once.
Yeah, because Mark was telling me that he gets them all at one shot. That's not what happens for me.
Yeah.
But man, stuff went really late this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was different.
I will tell you this without saying too much. I had many sit downs with some fucking top dogs at Tinley this weekend. Some of them, dude, did not have the year they expected. It was like production wise very low, like, you know. But it's cool because they talk about how to adjust from that, and you know they still hit stuff that they wanted to hit, like just like you, you know.
Yeah. No, now this coming year will be crazy. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, Brandon Nixon, the return. What's up? How do you feel about tonight?
He's a homie. We talk
Yeah.
a lot here and there. We have a lot of the same tastes. He's killing it with the camera, his content. Honestly, the guy's great. Puts out great information.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. He's doing well. He's up and coming, and I say up and coming because his growth is going to continue. You know.
Yeah. I admire that he pays attention to the market and like what's happening, even like, you know, throughout what people are making, you know, like the dude knows a lot about current ball python shit, which we're going to get to tonight. But he's also been around for a while too. Like a lot of people, you know, don't understand how some of these guys that we talk to have go back like generations, you know? And so, you know, with going back to where Brandon was just working with boas, he's seen a lot of changes within the reptile market as a whole. We could talk about tonight, and I'm curious on how he feels going into next year. So we're going to cover a lot, man. I'm excited. So.
Yeah, lots of species, very experienced.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I like. So
yeah. Sweet. You guys are all in for a treat. I'm telling you right now, man. So just to remind you guys, Trap Talk Reptile Network is 7 days a week. Monday through Sunday, you could find a new banging episode, and you can listen to all these episodes on all major audio platforms. So if you're more on the audio side of things, I don't blame you. Just head over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Google Play, all the major ones, man, and go ballistic. All right. Just do me a favor when you're at those platforms, subscribe, rate, and review. Give me some feedback in the comments, just like you would on YouTube. Really means a lot, helping me spread this network to any platform. So thank you guys for all of the support. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Clutch, #1 organization app in the game. If you are coming into the ball python game, you want to stay organized, you want to stay fresh, and Clutch helps you do all that. So thank you so much to the entire Clutch team for putting on such an amazing app for people to stay organized with. And yeah, man, make sure you check them out on Instagram. Find the link in the description below for their website. Try them free for 30 days. Thank you so much, Clutch. Cannot wait to see what you guys have coming here in the near future. Also, shout out to Prague Morphs, Devin and Teresa over in Prague. Killing it. My favorite European couple with literally my favorite ball python projects, and top tier all the way. Puzzle, hypo, chocolate, all together. I'm telling you. Check them out, please. Again, that's Prague Morphs. Go to their website, progmorphs.com. You never know what they might have for you. They're also on Morph Market, of course. All the best breeders are on Morph Market. That's a fact. Have you guys thought about that? All the real top breeders that we have that are the most respected are on Morph Market. Anyways, just thought I'd throw that out there. Shout out to Morph Market. Prague Morphs. Sorry, it's about Prague Morphs. Go to their website. Link in the description below. Thank you so much, Prague Morphs. Also, shout out to the Rice family. Saw them at Tinley. Love to see them bringing mad heat. And yeah, they definitely came correct this weekend. Head over to Rice Family's Instagram account. Just type in Rice Reptiles. Go subscribe also to their YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Billy and Don over at the Rice Reptiles. Again, check them out. You can find all the links in the description below. And yeah, Big E, you ready for this recap episode with Brandon Nixon Reptiles? I'm ready to rock.
He's ready for these recaps, bro.
Always ready for these recaps, and so should you guys, because this is going to be a banger, all right? Episode 692. Let me say that one more time. Episode 692. The recap. Brandon Nixon Reptiles. Do what you got to do to stay hydrated. Do what you got to do to get your mind right. We coming hard, we coming correct. Let's go. Choo!
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man,
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes,
Exclusive. Oh,
So stop calling us.
Scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
we're live, episode 692. Welcome back, Brandon Nixon.
What's going on, guys?
How are you, buddy?
What up?
Welcome back, player.
Glad to be here. It's always fun. I talk with Emilio, obviously, a little bit, probably more than I chat with you, but it's always nice coming on to these.
Why is that, Brandon? You don't like me or what? Now, how come you don't want to chat? How come you don't want to chat with me, dude?
I don't know. You're a busy guy, but Emilio and I, we focus on the ball pythons probably a little bit more.
You do. No, listen, you do.
So
I
it's
feel
a little bit more back and forth about ball python stuff. I don't got a dog in the fight when it comes to tree dwelling snakes. So,
well, I will say this. I know what I know of you from having you on the show. But then also my homegirl, our homegirl, Krista, has nothing but good things to say about you. And Krista just don't give flowers. That's what one thing I love about Krista. She don't hand flowers out to fucking anyone. She's not a brown noser like that. So when she does give props to someone, it's real props. So I know you're like that person like Emilio is when it comes to like not only caring about the ball python game, but like you're fucking dialed in. You're seeing what's happening. You're seeing what works, what doesn't work. And I feel like that's why you can't see it, but you're wearing a sunset cape right now, and you're here to do some work, fucking save your, make sure I don't go too ballistic tonight.
It's dual sided, sunset and ultramel.
Hey, but okay, let's get to it. Ultramel save sunset, yes or no?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but it definitely helped out. I mean, it's one of my favorite projects for sunset, but I also really like sunset hypo. Like sunset hypo is really pretty too. And up until like this last week, I could have cared less about Sunset Clown, but that Sunset DG Clown looked really cool. Like that thing actually looked really nice. All the pictures that I seen of that thing, it looked really nice. So,
well, you guys could all agree right now that you got to have a good quality of hypo or DG when it comes to putting it in sunset. Like it needs to be like top tier quality, because I've seen hypo sunsets from Brock that look fucking amazing. Then I see some other hypo sunsets that they're okay, but they're just not the same quality. So I feel like it's important when it comes to that. But Ultramel sunsets, bro, I haven't seen one Ultramel sunset I don't like. Ultramel sunsets have been very impressive, and also with the age. And I will say shout out to DJ. We just had him on a couple weeks ago or whatnot, but he was the first one to really display what an Ultramel sunset will look like as it gets bigger. And yeah, I think right now, dude, sunset should be bound down to Ultramel right now and saying thank you.
I have a question.
Sure.
For Brandon. Because I got to push back a little bit. Okay. Tell me another combo that comes even close to Ultramel Sunset in Sunset.
In Sunset, yeah. Yeah, please.
And I couldn't really tell you. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's my favorite one.
I mean, to me,
you know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
But like I said, it's my favorite one. But it's like that's kind of what I mean, though. Like I don't really work a whole lot of Desert Ghost stuff. But that Sunset DG Clown, it gave me one, like, hope that the Sunset Hypo Clown is going to look fantastic, because I'm trying for that, because I think it would look good. But, like, that did make me, now I wouldn't necessarily strive for a Sunset Clown, But like a Sunset DG Clown combo, I mean, you might just need to skip that one step and it could still be a really pretty animal. But again, all that stuff is personal taste and what different people like.
Yeah, at the moment for me, and I'm in the Sunset Project. I've gone certain ways. One could be really bad. It could be really good. Who knows? But for me, Ultramel Sunset is I like to use that KRS-One song. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't think there's anything that comes close to it right now. And,
I mean, Sunset Puzzle's in there pretty close too, though.
Yeah, bro, but no.
Can I say,
you're my boy. You're my boy, but bro,
not for you.
Okay, well, again, I think Ultramel is ahead of the game with Sunset, which is great, but there's plenty of other things that will catch up with time. I feel very excited and happy to see Super Mandarin Hypo Sunsets. That's what I want.
That's gonna be nice too.
Yeah, but I want to know how nice, because as much as I love how much of the pattern stays in an Ultramel Sunset, just imagine if those patterns were bolder, like or something, just a little bit more poppy. Because I want something that bright that doesn't overshadow the pattern. I want something that could do.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's interesting because I think that I don't really care too much for like Sunset Hypo, but I think like a Sunset Hypo Ultramel is going to look really neat. Because my girl that I have, when she's in shed right now, and I would say,
Brandon, you said Sunset. You mean Ultramel Hypo, right?
Yeah, like I think like a Sunset Ultramel Hypo would look really nice, because my girl, she's in shed right now, and she looks like a orange sherbet kind of color, and you can almost see the pattern like way better. So it's like, I don't know if even doing that, would kind of make it more where like the pattern's more crisp. Same thing like adding in the incomplete dominant genes. I mean, that could also do the same thing. But I do agree with you with like Mandarin, when you can get a reliable like Super Mandarin and a reliable test for Mandarin and treat it like a recessive gene, like a Super Mandarin like Hypo Sunset is probably going to maybe even look better than an Ultramel Sunset, because you're going to have more contrast.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for saying incomplete dominant. That really means thank you. Finally. Dude, I hear one more codom, I'm gonna get so fucking aggravated, dude. Come on, guys, incomplete dominant. Just want to help you guys out there, please. Just freshen it up here. Yeah, listen, you're right. Sunset. Okay, where is Sunset at individually now? Like, again, I'm not into the project, so I want to make sure I'm accurate what I'm thinking about. So if I wanted to go look for a Sunset, what's a visual Sunset going for now on the average?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know. Plus or minus 1,000-ish.
Let's look it up.
I've heard
like I would think like a male probably between like 500 and 800, and a female probably around 1,250, 1,000-ish maybe.
Yeah, I've seen them in the 500 to 600 range.
When you bought your stuff, Brandon, how much were they back when you were investing into them?
I got a group from Brock, and I paid like 10 grand for it.
Oh wow!
For like a visual and some het girls.
Which is like that was a huge deal back then.
That was actually a pretty good deal at the time.
Yeah,
that was like kind of right at the slump where they were like not really like popular-ish, and it was like right before they like took off in popularity again. So I honestly probably bought it at the best time, and it's been like the best project for me like since I got into the ball pythons. And the Sunset Ultramel was the first pairing that I really did to produce like double hets for something with that animal.
Well, I mean, I would say what makes me feel good about Sunset, you can't find any visually on MORPH Market. That means people aren't letting them go, because I don't know. Again, my mind kind of still lives in pre-COVID days, but I do think Sunset is worth more than 800 or $1,000. I think a lot of this stuff technically should be worth more money, but just because who has the money to spend is very low right now, so it's kind of all being adjusted. But we all know that when Sunset was at its peak of popularity and people were investing, they were dropping some big fucking money on Sunset. They were learning the hard way. What are you going to put in Sunset? Not everyone was as lucky. I feel like some people end up getting Sunset pinstripes and whatever, or nothing against pinstripe. I don't even know why I said that. It's Emilio's fault. He's fucking I'm becoming Emilio now. It's terrible. But
that's the ugliest, probably the ugliest combo. It's the hey, hold up. It's the ugliest. Hey, you started something, and I'm gonna finish it.
Fuck, dude. I'm
It's the
sorry, dude.
ugliest monsoon combo, and it's the ugliest sunset combo, probably.
By the way, I got free pinstripes.
Brandon, what do you think? Am I being too harsh?
Don't bring
Oh,
Brandon.
man, I think pinstripes are pretty cool looking though.
Not in sunset and monsoon.
I mean, there's quite a few things that I would keep out of monsoon, but yeah, pinstripes definitely one of them.
Okay, here's a good topic, guys. Let's say, and again, no shame, right? Everyone comes in with different type of pockets. Let's say somebody's, they're starting after a sunset project, right? But visually, it's just a little bit too much for them to invest. They find a pinstripe that's 100% het sunset, or like a gene that just isn't too favored in sunset, but they're not worried about that. They just want to get sunset. Is it worth going that route? Like buying something that's het with what you want to work with, but you know that incomplete dominant isn't the ideal thing. Like not even you want it, but all you give a fuck about is making sunsets. Would you tell someone to go that route, Brandon? What would you say to that?
Times are different right now. I'll tell you that. But I would. So I'm in that situation myself personally. But that's because I bought into an animal like 2 years ago when beggars couldn't be choosers.
Exactly.
And I got from Brock a Spider Mojave double het DG monsoon female. She's awesome. She doesn't wobble. She doesn't do anything. But that's not a desirable gene.
Yeah.
But at the time, beggars couldn't be choosers. And I paid a lot of money for that animal. So it wasn't even like super cheap, but it was thousands cheaper than like a double het DG monsoon because it has Spider attached to it. Now,
Right.
Would I get like a pinstripe het sunset to get into the sunset project? No. Like, you're not going to be that down bad. But like, it's, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. You just got to kind of get what you can get. But you also have to like consider the value of like an animal. Like there's some butt ugly Cosmos things that I've seen out there, but people will still buy those with genes that are not necessarily desirable for that project either because they want to get in it.
I can't say that's not a lie. I feel like I can't say that's a lie. I agree with you. Wait, hold on. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I agree with you here. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but the thing with the Cosmos is that that's still an investment gene, right?
It still is because you can
but 2-3 years ago a friggin' het monsoon was an investment.
Oh yeah,
too.
For sure. But right now
it's all a matter of time frame.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said,
right
times
now,
are different right now. Right now I would be a little bit pickier.
Yeah, you have to be because
depending on the gene.
There's a ton of animals on the market, and if you don't find said animal on the market, you message a few breeders, see what they have, see if they're willing to let go of something. But there's plenty of animals out there that are perfect
for a lot of projects. But the ones that are like the ones that like people want to ride the hype wave on, they might get stuck with something that isn't desirable for the keeper to have.
Right.
And and then they just that's what they get. That's what they can get. So it's like if that's where you start, you gotta hope for the best, keep the holdbacks that don't have the undesirable genes, and then grow from there.
Mm-hmm.
My God, what were we just talking about right now? My mind. I had something I wanted to add, and I was trying to keep my mouth shut, so I didn't want to be rude.
Talking about the monsoons and undesirable genes and all that kind of stuff, or undesirable genes for projects rather. Mm-hmm. Buying in on a project that has something that you wouldn't want. Right.
So again, Emilio, not determining the situation, you still are against going that route. You
100%. There's too many perfect animals out there to have to go a route where you're like, fuck, man, I hope I don't hit that, man. Oh my God. Oh, I did this pairing, but man, I hope this doesn't hit. Yeah. You don't want to be there anymore. We're not there. We are not there. There's plenty of animals. There's a lot of affordable ways to do this now. There's lots of stuff on auction. Buy the right animals. Don't get into something you don't want. And you know what? If you have to do it that way, maybe you should wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And I agree that applies to like 95, if not 99% of the projects.
Yeah.
But those like rogue examples of like a Cosmos animal, a Twister animal, or whatever is on like the top echelon of stuff coming out. If they bred that animal into a project that makes something like not that great, then it's like, maybe you'll get it. Maybe that's like your way in. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
but that's like the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, for sure.
Know?
But there you'd have to breed it to maybe a good amount of animals to.
And also an important thing to mention too is like if you do get that animal that's undesirable, get it on the female side so you're not spreading it throughout your entire collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Cosmos for a handful of years now, ever since that dude Ralph, hope I said his name right, was showing them off. But I guess what? My favorite Cosmos I've ever seen came from that dude that he's posted. I will tell you right now, Cosmos not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be something where it's not
a bumpy ride.
It's going to be. I mean, I just feel like you're going to go through some fucking some iffy ones before I feel like you hit some
frogs to get your prince.
Almost like Sunset, I feel like, dude, in a sense, but just incomplete dominant wise. And I know that's not a cheap gene to work with right now. It's still very expensive. And like you're gonna spend a lot of money. And so, but at the end of the day, I appreciate for what it is because I love that, say what you want about the ball python game, but we still have morphs that are worth $20,000, $30,000. And people selling it with no issue. Shout out to Justin with Bambino shit, but that fool is killing it with that Bambino gene. We just had him on last week, I think. Again,
all that granite stuff.
Donated. Yeah, the granite shit, which Emilio, you've always said you've been a fan of that granite shit. That's the huge future of this hobby is all that granite stuff, dude, which is great because that's all visually going to be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I love all that stuff. I'm still waiting to get in. I'm gonna wait a little bit. But busy pattern animals right now. All crazy pattern stuff. Puzzle stuff, monsoon stuff. Trick stuff, trick/hurricane. I mean, that's the stuff that's on my radar big time.
Right, we got hurricane over here.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's get to that topic and how you feel like what is right in this situation. Like, is it just too late to go back to what is the original? Like, I don't know.
Hurricane, the name sounds better.
Okay, I don't mind. Honestly, you're right, but it got jacked, bro. Like that was a thievery maneuver from this gentleman. Okay, dude.
I agree with you. Hurricane's a better name, and the animals most of the time look better.
We don't support kleptos in this game, dude.
Hey, we don't. But honestly, it's like look at the acid confusion stuff too. I mean, I've heard a ton of people saying those literally came from like the same like clutch of animals. They just went in different places. It's like
I know we have Dale. I know we have Dale who's stubborn in his ways with Trick, and he has a right to. I got put on game because of him. But like, I think the Trick people who invested in Trick should fucking get like they should get a right to if they want to call their shit Hurricane, they could. Only because, dude, Hurricane is that much more expensive than Trick. Crazy.
Can I say something to you guys? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every time I refer to confusion, I refer to confusion/acid. And I feel like with Trick and Hurricane, I'm gonna do the same thing. To me, they're the same genes. They do the same stuff. That's how I feel about it. And
I refer to my stuff as whatever I got it as. I've got some confusion stuff and I've got some acid stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just that's what's on my label,
Confusion acid, like both, or just it what
no,
it
like is? I have like a confusion hypo, and then I have like a confusion pied, but then there's like I have a black pastel acid. Like it's the same thing, but I just call them like what I got them as.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. In fairness to the customer, even though MJ's correct, it more than likely it all started from a Trick.
And Trick is a fun name too, but like it just sounds like you're up to something, even though it's obviously the other way around. It just sounds like you're up to something.
But that was the whole Trick to begin with. It was fucking
multi
fucking like, oh, I'll show you who the Trick is.
Yeah,
but it goes into like your other favorite topic. It's line breeding that caused how nice these look.
100%.
Like the Hurricane stuff that I have is so nice and so like busy patterned. Like they look so good.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is like throughout time, some of this shit just gets better and better and better. And that's like the point of working with a project that ages well, because you could create something that throughout years of creating it, it's like coming from you for a reason, because you have that line. Like, I mean, Ozzy's the best example. Like, look at all the amazing lines. Again, look at all the amazing lines of Orange Dream that this guy has made. He's made so much crazy shit that people think it's something else. Holy shit, it's that good. But also, like, bro, like, it's okay to, like, first and foremost, our eyes want to see what we want to see, but sometimes our ears want to hear what we want to hear. And it's okay to fucking just come down to, real life sometimes and just understand that this is a huge possibility to where if you still have not seen a shed test on Scrambler and it's 2026, hello, dude, it's just a beautiful line.
Hey, so
and that's the other thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing.
There's nothing wrong with it being a beautiful line of line-bred animals that look phenomenal. And if things were being marketed that way, I feel like there'd be a lot less pushback.
Why? Look at the Barnhart Black Pastel line. That's fucking awesome. Everyone knows
it commands more than cinnamon and more than Black Pastel because it's proven that it's a beautiful animal and it produces beautiful offspring.
Yeah.
And listen, in time, doing this a long time, right? You figure out that if you breed your animals to the best animals possible, you end up making beautiful animals a generation after generation. And that's how you become a guy like Ozzy. That's how you make Hurricane so beautiful. I've said this quite a few times, even if my homies don't like it. Hurricane animals are nicer than trick animals for the most part. Now,
is it that obvious, Emilio?
To me, it is.
Then they should.
I could pull out one of my hurricane animals right now, and you're not going to question if it's a hurricane.
Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. They have the same inconsistencies with pattern. Okay, both of them. But when it comes to color and how the animals look to me, the hurricanes always look better. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well then I retract what I said. Then they should not be considered the same. If they are noticeably nicer, if one's nicer, then Hurricane.
I was about to make a joke about that split gene.
Yeah.
Which I heard people say that too when I posted a video on my Hurricane stuff. It's like I was trying to figure out whether my male was a super or not, and he tested not to be a super, so that explains it. But a lot of people were saying the Hurricanes that have that extra hurricane-ness to them, it's because of that split gene that's like amplifying. But I don't know how much truth there is into that either.
Well,
but
so it's funny,
just interesting.
You're telling me what we're saying now is that Justin, guys like MORPH Jungle, all these guys that have produced massive amounts of hurricane never noticed that there was something bouncing around.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm not saying you
are. I'm not saying you are. No. But we're going back to little nuances that might be bouncing around.
Totally, exactly. Nuances, exactly. It's one of those like genes that just kind of tags along.
Yes.
Like a red gene or a ringer gene in blackhead.
That never expresses.
It's just there.
It never expresses fully.
Yeah.
It never expresses fully and doesn't do anything on its own.
But it enhances the base of whatever that incomplete dominant is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say this also on this topic. If Scrambler is proven not to be its own morph and it's a line, I still think it should be worth valuably higher than an OD or something because it has that gradient effect. I'm not saying that value should just go to shit. No, I just want accurate fucking information here. Like, can we just clean up the information and not?
They're nice.
Yeah,
and I sent a picture that someone took at Tinley of some Scrambler clown thing, and that thing looked phenomenal. It looked really cool, but the usual genes were also at play within that animal. Yeah. And it just is what it is. And it's I would think that it would be better in general for the project just to be pushed as a line until it's proven otherwise reliably. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think that base gene shows anything. Like I've produced a ton of normals that look exactly like what people are calling a Scrambler by itself. Mm-hmm. It's the typical thing, and OD and Calico have like a phenomenal reaction with each other. Mm-hmm. Like they just do. Same thing.
Yeah, and so imagine again generations of breeding them back to each other, bro. It's gonna get even more insane and not real looking,
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna share my frustration live. Do not attack the whistleblower. Okay, the whistleblower is just telling you what everyone out there is saying. They just don't want to say it. You know, it's plain and simple. What you're hearing from us, okay, is what's being said by 80% of the people that know what the hell they're doing out there.
I think we should rerun those numbers. I think it's closer to 90%.
I mean, I'm being
a lot. It's a lot of people, bro. A lot.
So all right. Oh, this guy's such an asshole. Oh man, he's hurting my project. Sorry, I'm telling you what people are saying, and that's our job.
Yeah.
Hey, they're beautiful animals, and the one thing that's different with ball pythons in comparison to like literally everything else is line breeding in boas, in blood pythons, in hognose snakes, in tree pythons, and emerald tree boas. All that stuff, that line breeding is encouraged.
The real thing.
And that line breeding produces like a level of desirability for a project because it comes from a certain lineage of like animals in production. Yeah. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that being the basis.
Mm-hmm.
Like there really isn't. It just needs to be like, I don't know, I guess like promoted or like, you know, the reason for what it is, I guess. I don't know.
It's just we're going fast with ball pythons, and you have to create that buzz and get them. You know, the animals are produced, they're fed, and they have to move, and you have to market them, right? Yeah. But I mean, in this case, it might be too fast. But you know, to each his own, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, there's routes you take in the chondro game where you look at a snake like Bill Stiegel, and necessarily, yeah, you could buy 2 snakes that look like that and make more, or you could go other routes and make a line that will get to that point throughout a few years, probably a lot, like 10 years. But at the end of the day, people don't want to wait. Like, you know, people want to find the quickest way to get to the next route as soon as possible versus just generationally just doing it and making it better and better, which I understand because there's no time to wait in the ball python game. It's so quick and you got to move fast, but also like, that's why I feel like it should be legit too, what we're talking about. Are you selling a morph or are you selling a line? That should be transparently fucking out there for people to know instead of the confusion that's happening because there's still a high number ticket on these scrambler shit. You know what I mean? And that's fine, but I just want people to know the facts, you know?
The biggest problem I think that I have with some of that stuff is that sometimes it's the people that are just getting in and they're like, what friggin' Emilio call it, morph horny or some shit one time? I don't even know what the hell he said.
You said that?
Like, I don't know. I remember hearing that somewhere. I don't know what the hell, but like it was like
I called them. I said 2-minute and 5-minute breeders.
Yeah, 5-minute breeders.
Well, either way though, like if people that are just getting in and they're just like awestruck by the sheer options that are out there, and they have like money to invest and they want to do it, like they could be susceptible to making bad choices.
Yeah.
And it's like, and the thing that I think. The bigger thing that kind of sucked within the boas when I was in there is I don't know, man. It's like people, they just didn't really share information. And there was always this, if you want to make $1 million in boas, you have to start with $2 million. And it's like, that doesn't do any good for anybody. Everybody at every level has to be successful. And if you have people that are just getting into it and they're not successful, they're going to get out, you know? And it's like, it's just not good. Like everybody's success needs to be compounded, you know, within just the reptile hobby, just in general.
But at the end of the day, man, everybody's story of success is so different, and not everyone has success in this game. It's just fucking not like, you know, and I hate to put it on such a pedestal, but goddamn, you know how many people want to do this for a living? Yeah, I guarantee if there was a sign-up sheet and I said fucking let's go and it all made sense financially, they had a guarantee, they would fucking do it in a heartbeat. It's just not easy, and it's scary right now. 2025, it's just, you got motherfuckers going back to their careers, which is great, being smart because they see the future, you know? And when you have, again, I feel like a lot of this is coming from people who have too big of an overhead, dude. They always had a big overhead, and you could get away with a big overhead for so long. But when you have a huge adjustment period, like what's happening right now, guess what happens to that overhead, dude? Fucking collapses on you. And then you can't even fucking, then what? It's not fun no more. Then the fun's over. Yeah. And that's why I get why, you know, talking to some people who are exiting, dude, it's not a fun thing for them. And so God bless them, you know, they can either come back or work with something else or whatever, dude. And they're all, you know, a lot of these people are good people too. I just want that to be fucking known. Like a lot of these people are really good people.
Yeah, you got to think like like I talk with Gravy quite a bit, and he's, you know, Ralph Davis's guy who like still like works with him and sees him and everything else.
That's cool.
But it's like they kept those animals in like Ralph's like house. Like Ralph was the Justin of like his day.
Yeah.
He kept those shits in his house. Pete Call kept those things in his house. Like all those big names from like time ago, they kept those things in your house. Like you don't need some like Barry Swope, for instance. Like
Barry, that guy's awesome.
dude has like not a closet, but a small room where he keeps his shit. Like you don't need to like have this exorbitant like operation to do well. You could absolutely do insane things with 20-30 clutches a year of like very good animals. Like it doesn't need to be like a friggin' warehouse and building and employees and like all this other nonsense. Well, setting your expectations is huge.
Pre-2018, that was the vibe, bro. Bigger the better. Like I remember coming in 20.
That's just more headaches.
Yeah, but obviously that's not the vibe no more. Everyone's starting to see less is more now, which would thankfully. But a lot of the people that did have too much to fucking going on was a part of that era where like 100 clutches was cool. Like everybody should shoot for 100 clutches.
Yeah, no, but thank you.
Yeah, well, good luck. But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, like when you get to that point, can you manage it? And that's why I give props to people like Emilio and motherfuckers who hit 50 plus clutches on a regular basis, because it's a lot of work, but you got to know what to do with that work, man. Like I feel like the breeding is the easy part, man. It's like, what do you do with the animal next? Like if you don't want to hold it back, and first and foremost, holdbacks take up space, so make sure you got that space, right? But what are you gonna do with the stuff you don't want? You know, and are you well known enough to fucking let that shit go to somebody? Or thank God of Morph Market auctions. Hey, what do you think of the auctions? Let me know. What do you think overall, Brandon, about the auctions happening on Morph Market?
I mean, I'm fine with them. I know, like for a bit there was like a period where you could do like unlimited, like per month and stuff, and like that was, you know, some people were like kind of abusing that situation, I guess.
Yeah.
I throw stuff up on there occasionally, and usually it's stuff that I either A, think is going to go for like a decent value because it's a good example of the animal, but for the most part, it's like lower end animals that like I don't necessarily want to like hold on to, but at the same time, it could be something either for like a pet for somebody or just like a cool little base animal for like a project.
It's always been crucial for me, man. Like I mind you, I have my one or two where I'm like, okay, like thanks for wasting my fucking time. And there's nothing you can really do about that.
Dude, I had a goddamn leopard gecko I paid $350 for, go for $11. I blame Krista for that bullshit. She got me friggin' looking at those cute little bastards, and I thought, because I just like animals, man. I just like the reptiles. Like the snakes, the lizards, like they're all like so cool. Like there's so many different varieties, and I just figured out that lizards are just not for me.
Yeah. They're a lot of work, dude. They're a lot of work. Go ahead, Emilio.
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, the auctions, guys, put up a respectable starting bid. Don't burn all your auctions all at once. Don't burn all your auctions when you see the most auctions you've seen all month up.
And don't bid on your own auctions.
Yeah.
Don't do it, guys. Trust me.
Be aware of your surroundings. If there's 400 or 500 auctions up, a good amount of those aren't getting bids, and I mean you're going against 600 auctions. You might want to save that to where there's 250 or 300, or you're going against less animals. I don't know, those are the things I look at.
I don't know if it's just a salesman in me, but every time, like, so what I like to do is like I try to get some really cool incomplete dominant eye candy snake that just looks pretty and it's het for something, but put it on there, no expectations. And when it sells for a good amount of dollars, like I always get more than I really expect with some of this stuff. But then I'll like try to offer like a normal triple het like on the house.
Yeah, good luck.
And they'll take it sometimes, dude. I'm telling you. So sometimes one auction turns into sometimes one auction will turn into 4 or 5 snakes is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about like the pretty incomplete dominant animal like selling for well, and then having like a double or triple het that goes for like nothing, because that's like the issue at the auction, man. These people don't read. They don't read.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude, like this is like carrying this other stuff. Like what's going on here?
Or
and
Brandon,
do what?
Sometimes they just don't give a shit.
Yeah, but then they see something pretty and colorful, and they're like, "All right, max bid.
Yeah,
let's let it ride." And it's like that's where we're at in the market, though, man. It doesn't matter if it carries all this stuff and you're stacking 3-4 recessives. Like It needs to be visually appealing.
Yeah. The other side of the market is now in the auctions as well. You know, the people buying pretty animals, they're in there.
Which is the benefit of going on to shows like this, the benefit of actively doing things on your Instagram, actively putting out videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude, like if 100 or 200 people see it, that's a lot of people that are potentially going to see your product or your animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're doing yourself a disservice by at least not putting out like clutch reviews or whatever for different things that you produce.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how, especially with people that are newer in the hobby, like they're actively looking, okay, like ultramel ball python, like you want your video to show up, you know, like they want to see that stuff. They want to like involve themselves and like see the options and the possibilities out there.
Oh, let me say this, guys. I'll also tell you that there are some that are saying, oh, mainly auctions are selling on Morph Market. Bro, I sold 4 animals this weekend off of the sales section. You know, I mean, it could be done. You just have to hold tight and you know, maybe fight maybe fight you know, to go to the auction. You know, maybe you could wait a little bit. You know, I mean, I don't know.
And also too, like even just having something out there.
Sorry.
Even having something in the auction section could get people to look from there onto your main store. Likewise, in like the deals section. So if you have something in those different categories at a time, you're at least upping your possibility for people seeing something and then going to look and see what else you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How much have you been utilizing Morph Market shipping? You've been at it since
day one.
Yeah. How many off the top of your head? I don't know if you know, but
I can look it up real quick.
How many packages have you shipped out? I like to hear the savings. I heard all Tinley weekend people were telling me how much money they've been saving and all stoked about it.
I already know, and although Morph Market's website is pretty annoying to like scroll through sometimes. There's like 5 different panels to get to stuff. So it says I've had 119 shipments that I've shipped through Morph Market. Damn. So like if you're averaging about 25, let's say 25, just to be on the low side.
Yeah.
That was what, 119. So I've saved just under $3,000 at a minimum. And that's been what, since like November or something of like last year? Like
you're approaching a year. You're approaching your year of using it, and let's just say about 30. You got more that you're shipping out before November? You got animals going out or no?
I got like another 4 that I'm shipping out this week. Yeah.
We'll call $3,000, man. That's a lot. You know, Bob Vu talks
minimum,
about,
and I know that it's more than that because there were some things I would look up and the difference would be like $120 to ship, and then through Morph Market it was like $46.
Yeah, man.
Not to mention the local ones that are like $20-$30, and not, you know, other places be like $90.
Dude, crazy. Yeah. Shipped to Sacramento, $28. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is epic. And what's crazy, I can actually say this right now. They're at 72% discount. It's going up to 75%.
Yeah.
So just so guys, I think it's happening. I think Halloween, I believe, is when they're launching it. It's gonna be for the rest of the year. So it's about to be 75% for the rest of the year.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah. That'll help out with, you know, the getting stuff shipped out before the weather gets a little too cold in places that aren't, you know, California or Florida.
Yeah, basically. So go ahead, Emilio.
Lots of delays lately, and I've heard that it could be attributed to the air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Don't ship on a Monday.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've heard even Tuesdays and Wednesdays stuff is being delayed.
I know, but like people shipping on Monday are like asking for trouble. Like I was, Darian was talking about 300 some shipments or whatever were like basically late the other week. But that was because these people shipped out like Monday for Tuesday. Like that's the worst day you could ship, right next to Thursday for Friday.
Yeah.
I pretty much always just ship Tuesday for Wednesday or Wednesday for Thursday, because if there is a delay, they're not going to be stuck over a weekend, and then they're not going to get stuck on the catch-up day on Monday. So just ship smart.
Let me ask you about any of the newer stuff that's been, you know, popping out lately. You know, I talked about Bambino, but there's Tornado. Is there any new gene out there that you really have your eyes on that's in the like up and coming department of the ball python game, Brandon?
I mean, they're cool, but like I like the stuff that I got, honestly.
Pretty content.
Like I like the projects that I have. There's stuff that I would want to like incorporate, like getting ingredients and stuff like that and kind of mixing it in.
Yeah.
But like I'm just not the person that's gonna spend $20,000-$30,000 on an animal, and especially it being like an incomplete dominant animal that you got people that are like leaps and bounds ahead. Like, okay, like let's say in a hypothetical world, Cosmos, right? Justin has all of that stuff in like DG Clown stuff. I don't have anything in DG Clown. So I'd literally have to get like from the bare scraps, pay a ton of money, and then hope that like the value doesn't disintegrate. And for me, like there's so many things that are so close to that are not as expensive that it's fine. Like you have like Stranger, you have like Hurricane that does a lot of really cool stuff. You got Acid that does a lot of cool stuff. You got Paint that does a lot of cool stuff. There's so many adjacent things to get a very similar look that doesn't come with like a super elevated value because of the hype.
Yeah. Stranger is something that like, man, I was right there many times ready to drop.
Yeah, I heard your story the last time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was ready to drop some crazy money on Stranger, and when I finally did, it was pretty hefty. But then I felt like overnight, bro. It completely just was like, wow, like what happened to the prices? I didn't give a fuck because I like Stranger for what it is, and
yeah, and same here.
Yeah, and that's
I love it.
But also, it's like just you got to know how to just be okay with whatever happens to the market, and just know that you got cool shit that you're working with. That regardless of the price, you'll make something where that will be valuable regardless. And that's what's all that matters, man. Like you guys just focus on making something that looks cool. Like fuck the name, obviously the name matters, but dude, just make sure you are putting shit together that looks cool. And if you make a bunch of that shit, people are gonna have eyes on you. People will look at stuff that's cool.
For me, when I get to the point where a head tornado, maybe with something added to it, is sexy and is at the right price, I'm definitely gonna go for that.
See, and that's where I'm at too. Like I would be okay with getting those projects if they fit within my like collection of stuff that I have.
Yeah.
But it would have to be at a dollar value. Like you just I don't know. It's one of those annoying things. You can either get in like way like at the beginning when it's like at its like pre-peak, or you can get in like down here. You don't really want to get in that spot like in the middle, because that's the spot where like you're going to invest and then like the next year it's going to like lose a ton of value. And again, it doesn't need to be about like the value. It's just how much you value like adding that gene to like those projects. And at the end of the day, like if you're mixing that stuff into like other stuff, like what's the difference, right, between like a Sunset Monarch and a Sunset Ultramel? They're both going to be expensive as hell. They're both going to be like the same like value. Like it doesn't really matter. It's just what fits your project better.
Yeah, but you're so right, man, about the level of where a morph's at is really important on when to getting into it, because as much as we're talking about Ultramel Sunset, I feel like we're going to see a shit ton of Ultramel Sunsets within the next year or two here pretty soon. Like I've talked to a lot of people who've like told me about
everybody's stuff's coming up. Yeah,
it's coming up, dude, and which is cool. That's great. But like that's why how quick shit moves. Like if you're somebody who's like, oh my god, I got Ultramel Sunset visually hatching out in May of next year, you're gonna have hundreds already by then. So just so you know what I mean.
That's a high number. I don't know about hundreds.
Hey,
but a dozen or two. You're gonna have a baker's dozen or two.
Yeah, I already got a buddy that's raising Ultramel double heads for Sunset Clown, and no one knows. No one knows that stuff. There's plenty of people out there raising animals and getting clutches, and they're just in the background. So I'm with MJ. You're gonna see plenty of Ultramel Sunset stuff coming soon.
But all that stuff is good for that project and any other project, though, because you're going to see like a variety of things that are done.
Yeah.
Like I have, it's just like Blackhead hat Sunset, Hypo Blackhead hat Sunset. I even have like a Hypo Pied hat Sunset. Like I have things for like these different projects. And it's like, I'm really looking forward to seeing what other people do. so I can see if that works really well or if maybe it doesn't work well and like what I want to put into it. So the more you see of a lot of that stuff, the better it is because you can get direction for what you want for your vision, I feel like.
And let me add something to what we were just talking about, getting into a new gene. When I see something, I know that I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, am I there yet? Am I comfortable? Where's the market at? You know, what do I see coming? How much of this is gonna be produced? Who's working it? But I know for a fact I'll be working Tornado in the next couple of years. I just love it, you know, and it's a recessive at the end of the day.
It's a cool name.
And it's a recessive at the end of the day. So I mean, I don't think you could go wrong there. So it's just like when I saw Monsoon, I knew I was gonna work it. It's just okay, when you know, when am I gonna take the jump, you know, or the plunge?
Well, at least you're at the level where you're at, and you're still thinking about that next plunge that you got to take.
Sure, man. I love this shit, bro. That's what that's the thing, MJ, you know, and Brandon. The guys that don't believe in this game don't feel that. They don't understand that. They don't understand. They don't understand, man. The love of the game. You know.
Yeah, I need it. I need it. Good.
It's that simple.
Yeah. Well, I just I wish I could be like Brandon and be like, oh, there's nothing else I need to fucking add. I'm fucking straight. I'm not. I need to add something. I need.
There's stuff to add for sure, but it's just a matter of like that thing.
But you have some cool fucking foundations going for you. Like you have some like Sunset Ultramel is one that we're talking about. If I had such a powerful fucking double recessive like that with all the incomplete dominance I needed, I would be in a good place too. But I'm not happy with Clown Hypo shit. Or, you know, I got Clown Hypo DG stuff in the works, but I'm talking about like this granite stuff that I need to start considering because, again, I want shit to be relevant in the future. And if I stay where I'm at, dude, I'm gonna plateau here pretty quick. And I need to start thinking of the future. Was what I'm getting at. Scary.
Yeah, I mean, again though, like comes to like pieces, right? Because it's like I've got a super gravel clown. She's so nice. She's so cool looking. She's got like great color. She's got like all that stuff. So it's like a little tweak to that of like adding Hurricane, of adding Acid, Confusion, whatever. Like doing those things could just turn that in like a completely like different way.
That's a good idea.
It's at the point of like where it's like fine tuning something that like looks nice already. And then it's like, okay, so you make that, and then it's like, okay, maybe we can see what that looks like in Ultramel because I already have double head Ultramel clowns or clown head Ultramel, whatever. You know, it's like you can pivot those incomplete dominant genes into those visual head whatevers to like make really, really neat stuff. Like something that would be great to have, and there's zero of them out there, is a friggin' Hurricane Ultramel. Krista got like a phenomenal looking Hurricane Ultramel. Yeah. But that stuff isn't available because people are trying to think, oh, I need the friggin' triple whatever recessive nonsense. But they're not even taking the time to put like such a basic incomplete dominant gene into a recessive and it being like widely available to like put into projects as an ingredient. You practically have to start from zero.
Yeah, that's so true because you can't get to the true fucking like worth of the squeeze here when you are not considering all the incomplete dominance you could put in a double
bottom.
Project. Yeah, because there's like again, and then when you're just shooting for the triple, dude, there's already triples being made, but it's not with the fucking substance of the incomplete dominance. And you can only do that by stepping up the ladder. You got to see what you can do with all the double recessive shit, and then it's on its way to the triple. But it's the whole idea of let me jump to the triple without having any fucking banging incomplete dominance in the mix. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need that shit to have a separation between all the other competition that's out there. That's what's going to save you in this game.
Hey, nobody just eating a steak, right? Right, Brandon? You need the fucking lobster. Salad. You need the
lobster.
You need the potato. You need the.
Did you watch my video before this or something?
I saw your video today, brother.
Yeah, I was like, I just put that out, but yeah, like I made like a whole video about like why incomplete dominants are better than recessives.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
They just are. They add everything that makes the project like better.
Well, they're here
like, it's good, but it's better with those incomplete dominant genes.
They're here better. They're here for a reason, and there's a reason why they were more popular than recessives at one point. Like they're much needed. Okay, and again, it's a part of the newer stuff that we have coming in. Like we're talking about Bambino and other fucking incomplete dominants that are just going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the next few years. But yeah, just slow down, dude. Like I get it. Triples are awesome, but goddamn, you better have some sort of a double recessive foundation happening before you're worrying about triples. I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying you can't have both. Go ahead, go for it. I mean, sky's the limit. But if you don't have solid fucking double recessive projects with the fucking right incomplete dominance that you like going, then dude, what are you doing? Chill out. I would reverse. I really would. Pull back. But that being said, hold on. Let's get to commercial break. All right, we're gonna cut to a commercial break. We've got some really cool topics we're gonna get into. So, guys, do me a favor, real quick. Why the fuck are the likes 33 and there's 80 people tapped in? Can we please get the likes up respectfully? Getting hella knowledge right now. Spitting mad for that fucking game and facts. Appreciate it. Be right back after this commercial. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Devin.
I'm Teresa, and we are Prague MORPH. We are based in Czech Republic, a small country in the middle of Europe.
We really love animals that revolve around multi-recessive projects, and one of our very favorites is Hypo. We're really looking forward to clutches that are coming this season, and some of those are Hypo Clown, DG Clown, Hypo DG Clown, and one of our all-time favorites, Hypo Puzzle.
Hope you enjoyed the next episode on Trap Talk, the greatest reptile network in the world.
If you guys want to see next level cutting edge ball python projects, please make sure you head over to their Instagram to follow all their amazing work and head over to their website to see what they could possibly have available by heading over to progmorphs.com. Thank you again, Devin and Teresa, for bringing some of the biggest heat worldwide in the ball python game. If you want to be organized, if you want to be cutting edge in the ball python game, then you don't want to miss this. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. No better place to start off than by using this app. Clutch is an organization app that helps you organize all your ball python projects. It also helps your peers and your fellow community members look at what you possibly have coming for the upcoming ball python season, what you have currently available on MORPH Market. It's so awesome to be ahead of the game by using organization app like Clutch. Thank you so much, the entire Clutch team, amazing team over at Clutch. If I were you, I would head over to Clutch's Instagram account, and I would also head over to their website, try it out, see how it works for you, but especially if you're just now coming into this, before you build your reptile collection, I would do it organized, and I would do it with Clutch. Thank you, Clutch, for being so amazing. Excited to hear what Clutch has to bring in the near future. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. You know, longevity is one of the biggest things I strive for when it comes to thinking about being a part of the reptile industry. That's why I'm very proud about today's sponsor, Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. 40 plus years, full-time reptile keeper, enthusiast. This guy, you can catch all his amazing ball python projects on MORPH Market. So make sure you head over to MORPH Market, and that's Mark Bailey Reptiles on MORPH Market. See what he has available currently. And I gotta tell you one thing, he's one of the biggest and most respected ball python breeders we have today in the ball python game. So shout out to Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Thank you for all the support. And again, make sure you head over to his account on MORPH Market, see what he has available. Thank you so much, Mark Bailey over at Mark Bailey Reptiles. Cheers. All right, we're back at it. Please hit that like button, folks. Really means a lot. But yeah, let's get back to it here, fellas. You know, at the end of the day, Brandon, there's been a lot of kind of fucking crazy events that's popped off this year. Somebody recommended I could do a solo podcast and just recap everything that happened this year, because it's been quite the ride. You know what I mean? But I will say one thing I witnessed this weekend, not only in person but via phone. There's some crazy cases of mental illness happening right now, bro. There's some motherfuckers losing their mind. It really is. And it's crazy. I think, you know, obviously there's some crazy times happening right now. But have you ever seen such an adjustment in the market where like people are noticeably crashing out, like doing crazy things, going on podcasts, fucking shitting on the market, shitting on like the upper tier, what is happening? Like, you know, I always say never bite the hand that feeds you. Holy shit, we have some crazy cases of this right now. You know what I mean? And I'm curious, have you ever witnessed any of this before, being in the game as long as you have? I want to hear it.
I mean, all that stuff. I mean, the podcast thing just in general is, you know, pretty new, I guess, to an extent within the past, like, couple of years.
Right.
You know, but that just situation just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I mean, I don't even really have, like, words for it, because it just doesn't make sense. And I just don't understand, especially if it's an industry that you, and I don't even like the word industry, but if it's like a hobby and something you truly like enjoy, like why do you want to shit on it?
Right.
Like, I just don't get it, you know, because it's the animals in general and just like the community that this is, it just brings a lot of joy. You know, the animals, like they're just cool, man. Like they're so rewarding, not even just like on a financial level, just like a enjoyment level.
Right.
So yeah, I don't get it.
And again, you know, trying to be a part of something you're not enjoying, good luck lasting, dude. You're not going to fucking stick around for long because guess what? People like people on this screen, people in the chats, we don't give a fuck, okay? We don't give a fuck about you, about your fucking whatever thing that you got going on, your agenda, because guess what? You're going to fucking tire out while we're just breeding here, making cool shit, talking about every weekend, inspiring motherfuckers to want to be a part of this fucking hobby, okay? We're too busy inspiring over here, really inspiring. And so you're right, Brandon. It makes no sense to me why someone would want to be a part of something while they're shitting on it. Doesn't compute. But I can only think motherfucker must be going through some shit. I mean, there's multiple people at this point. Multiple people trying to shit on what we're doing because their life is so fucking miserable, dude. And if you kind of just look a little bit between the fucking smoke, the mirrored smoke mirrors, these people are fucked up, man. Not only physically, but like I said, mentally, dude. These people are fucked up. And so I want nothing to do with fucked up people. No, thank you. Too good over here, man. I'm over here just fucking with my snakes and my friends, and we're talking about how to be successful and love life. I'm cool over here, dude. All right? I'm not trying to call dudes out in the shower. It's not my thing. Kind of weird. Not gonna lie. A little fucking weird. I feel a little fucking violated. Leave me alone. That's all I got to say.
Temperature's high. People are stressed out.
It is.
They're in their last throws. They're not adjusting. What can I say?
And it's like, I do understand too. It's like, if you have like personal stuff going on,
Figure it out.
I know. Yeah, totally. You know, you should figure it out, but you don't lash out at others based on your own personal problems. You got to sort that stuff out and work it out yourself.
There's no excuse for that. You know, I literally have talked about mental fucking shit that I've been through, and I'm still going through it. Who the fuck would care if I were to pull some shit like that? Nobody would give a fuck about whatever mental illness I got. It's the fact that I did it. It's over. MJ's done. If I were to do anything remotely close to that, look what they tried doing to me just by speaking my mind on my own show. What if I were to physically assault somebody, dude? What if MJ were to physically assault somebody? How many picket motherfuckers would be lined up ready to rock and roll at all my sponsors, everything? I'd be done. And you know what? If I physically fucking harm somebody, I deserve to be done. I deserve to not be a part if I fucking touch somebody in this game. You don't fucking do that. You don't fucking hit people, dude. I could have fucking hit somebody a long time ago. But guess what? I love this too much. You're not going to get me out of the game like that. You're not going to get me, dude. Sorry. But again, we are fucking grown-ass men, dude. And it's regardless what you're going through, you don't touch people, okay? And when you do, you better fix it. And you better take care of yourself, man. That's all I got to say. There's zero tolerance for it. When it comes to physically touching people, I don't give a fuck about your mental case because nobody would care about my mental case if I were to do it. Nope. MJ would get zero sympathy. Zero. And that's a fact. Yeah. That's a fucking fact. Try to argue that.
What I would say to those threatening people out there, just for clicks, you're fucking delusional. No one gives a fuck about you. Move on. Get
help, dude. Get help.
It's just like what you said. It's like there's no reason for it because it's like you have too much to lose, right? It's like you enjoy the animals, you enjoy the lifestyle, you enjoy all these things that you have going for you. So it's really not worth like any kind of like physical issue,
right?
In those situations.
And again, look closely. These fuckers got nothing to lose, bro. They got fucking shit. They got dog shit. Okay. So again,
this dude threatening.
We don't need to fucking like individually say anybody out.
No, we're not. We
don't need to go because that's what weirdos want. Weirdos want the fucking clout. We're not giving no weirdos clout right now.
I want people to know out there that these people have failed at every stop, and this is just another stop.
Multiple people, bro. I've been dealing with the most fucked up mental people in this hobby since I started this podcast. For whatever reason, whatever I'm doing pisses off the fucking mentally illness out there in this hobby. And I don't, dude, go fix it. Figure it out. I do sympathize with people who don't realize they have a mental illness because it's a real fucking thing, dude. If you are battling shit in your head, you should get it looked into, like I did and many others, because taking care of yourself is the only way you could fucking handle this life. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to survive, dude. And I'm seeing motherfuckers crash out right now. And it sucks, dude. It's actually sad. It's sad. Like what I witnessed at Tinley and the videos going, it's sad, dude. That breaks my fucking heart. I hate seeing that. And the person involved in that even more. I don't want that. That fucking hurts me, dude. I don't want to see someone like that go out like that. Like, there's other guys I don't give a fuck about, but that person individually at Tinley, I really feel so, dude, I don't want to get emotional, man, but I fucking feel sorry for that person, dude. And I pray he gets help. And I really do, because I don't know, man. I just know that don't fucking skip on your mental health, dude. You guys, it's not cool. You got to take care of yourselves. That's all I got to say, because without taking care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else. How many of us grown-ass men have family or loved ones, spouses that we got to take care of, dude? It's not about us. It's about people we want to take care of in this world. And you can't do it if you're mentally fucked up, especially if you're attacking your loved ones. You know what I mean? I'll be right back.
At the end of the day, what matters, none of this podcast shit matters. What matters is your family. And you gotta fix that, take care of that. That's beyond important. What Joe Schmo watching your podcast thinks about you is not important. It's not
for sure.
It doesn't mean anything. So fix all that, and I know he will, and he's got it, and period. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. You know, we got to do what we got to do in life, bro. That's number one. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we have to do as a people. We need to take care of ourselves, our health, our mental health. We need to ensure we're taking care of everything, so our family's in good shape and taken care of. You know,
check on your loved one, guys. That's it. I want to say this hobby has been the best thing that ever happened to me. It really is. Meeting you guys, which if it wasn't for Reptiles, we wouldn't even be talking right now. We would have no interest in each other. And what's amazing is how many people you can meet in this hobby, because how many people love reptiles? It's fucking huge, dude. It's not that big, but it's big. And what I trip out about is the type of people you will meet, different career setting people, man, and it will change your life, dude. This weekend, I was so inspired to just be at a table with my boy Gary and Bill and the homie Rob, like fucking guys I just look up to, and just sharing just conversations with people like that. Whenever I'm with Emilio and we talk, you know what I mean? This is a beautiful hobby, bro. Like this is a real fucking awesome place to be, man. It really is.
Yeah. So it's aside from our family, it's what we live for.
Right. But it could change your life like anything else, man. If you really love this, and it's really there, if the stars align for you, which I always feel like if you do right by the animals, this hobby rewards you. Like you get good karma for something. I just feel like if you do it right and you're good by the people, you're good by the animals, man, there's some sort of higher power that rewards you and you will fucking change your life. I'm a true believer in that, dude. And I mean by that because you'll meet somebody. You're going to meet someone like me, Emilio, Brandon, Justin, Mark Bailey, someone who's been so successful at this who could change your whole life, dude. Because again, going to a 9-to-5 that you fucking hate sucks, dude. Emilio's been there. I've been there. Brandon, I don't know what you've done in your career setting, but I bet it doesn't beat being home with the snakes. You know what I mean? And being with your wife and just being home. Nothing beats that. So go ahead.
Something I wanted to say earlier, and the topic was there's a good combination here with the topic, a combo. Bro, it doesn't matter what you do out there. Okay, there's surgeons that love this game so much that want to do it. What we do is incredible. I've heard people out there say, "Oh, this stupid hobby, these fucking animals, this it's just a snake, it's just a mutation." Brother,
yeah. Only if you knew.
There's people that are multi-millionaires that want to do what we do.
Yeah.
Okay? Know this. All right? So man, love what you do, bro. That's it. And enjoy it and appreciate it. And just know that there's many people that want to do what you do, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, and what's crazy is there's been times, you know, I've only been doing this 8 years, which I would say that because you guys have been double the amount that I've been in at least, but I've seen myself grow and change throughout the years just by working so closely to the animals, having some success, running my own business, associating with the right like-minded people, like Emilio said, man, like-minded people, but people you look up to, like people who are better than you at life. And dude, I'm obsessed, which is why I keep to my own a lot. I'm obsessed of being around people who are doing better than me at life. I fucking love that. And that's why my circle are a bunch of fucking OGs who, goddamn, I hope I have what that they have at some point. But that's what I want, man. I'm not getting any younger, you know? And at the end of the day, man, that you don't know where this hobby's going. We don't know where snake sales are going. You know, having multiple streams of revenue is so important in this game. Like you can't, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but no one is really doing full-time snakes without having something else going on. All right. So just so you guys know, like anyone really successful in this hobby who's breeding snakes has 2-3 other fucking things that they're good at. Okay. Just so you guys know. All right. So it's not all about just being good at snakes. It's all about fucking knowing what to do with your life. You know what I mean? And making sure everything is worth doing for. And again, like we all said, we love doing this. I love it. Brandon, you love it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the animals are just, I mean,
can't beat it.
I don't know. I mean, you just don't know. Like, I honestly don't know what I would do like without them because they've just been a part of my life literally forever.
Dude.
You know, like my first like boas that I got were in like, I don't know, like 2000. You know, like I have a couple little corn snakes here and there before that, but you know, boas, I got a couple ball pythons, I got rid of those, and then the boas were around for a very long time, up until 2018, 2019, and that's when I started getting, you know, some of the ball pythons.
Yeah.
And you know, they've just always been there. They're, you know, it just brings like a different kind of joy, a different kind of like, not even quite like a meditation to an extent, but as stupid as it is, but it's like there's so much, like it's so nice just when you're going through like doing water changes even and just like enjoying looking at like something like, oh shit, you got big all of a sudden. Like they just all of a sudden just appear, like they just got bigger and you're just like, wow, you got that like mature look, and it's just rewarding, you know, like appreciating just the look that some of these have. And it, you know, goes for like the ball pythons, goes for colubrids. I mean, literally any of them. I mean, they're all cool in their own way.
Super therapeutic. Much like I don't know if you were building cars or you know,
which is like a thing that's crazy about this hobby. Like one of my buddies, he got out like a long time ago. Like he's been out for a while now, but he was just into like the boas. He got rid of the snakes, but we'd still talk. I mean, we still talk to this day. But it's like he would always say like the snakes are one thing that's so crazy, and it's not to make it about money, but like each day could be life changing. Like someone could be browsing on MORPH Market right now and see like my Ultramel Sunset. Not that I would want to sell her, but if someone wanted to buy her, it'd be hard for me to say no. But like it could be like a life changing situation, like on a daily basis with an animal that you hit, with like a lineage of stuff that you have. Like it could change your whole trajectory. You know, like it's crazy. Like the smallest thing could change your whole trajectory for animals you like, projects you work on. I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah. Aside from the money, what I could tell you is you have something to look forward to every single year. You know, building and upon building and upon building, and I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me to think of other things that are like our game. You know, again, building cars, you know, being an artist, a painter, we have something to constantly look forward to in waves, you know. We have, you know, your chondros. You have so many chondros that you're going to be working on designers with. Me and Brandon have 10 plus projects
Hey, Milo, right now what you just said made me want to do the robot. Like I just wanted to fucking pop, drop, and lock it right
bro.
now. Like, that's how happy. That's how me. I just want to fucking, you know what I mean? Like
I think it gets lost on people sometimes. You know, like I have 10 projects I'm looking forward to. Brandon has, I would say, about the same or more.
Too many.
We have
I know that
different
much.
species we're raising every day. You know, we're feeding them. They shed. We take pictures. And like, oh, you know, he's right. We're like, holy shit, you grew more. You know, you're calming down. You're actually not having an issue with me holding you and handling you. And you might be figuring out that I'm handling you this time to clean your cage. I mean, bro, this is fucking amazing.
We always say whenever, you know, for the most part, whenever we're hatching an egg, it's like Christmas. And guess what? I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite time of year. If I can make Christmas happen throughout the year, I'm gonna fucking do it. And that's why I love this shit. It makes me feel young, and it makes me feel like, dude, hey, Dorian, you're not weird. I talk to my snakes too, bro. I legit talk to my snakes. I mean, I'm not having conversations with them, but I'm like, dude, I love you. Like, thank you for being so beautiful. You know what I mean? And being in my collection. I don't know what you're talking to your snake about, Darren. I think that's a whole nother subject maybe, but I will tell you that I will, if I'm so wowed out by the snake, I'm talking to it in some, I'm very vocal too. So
I feel like weird. It's like after they lay like a clutch and you pull them off, like whenever I'm rinsing them off, I don't know, like every single time I'm just like, thanks, dude.
Yeah, I give
thanks for doing this for me.
I thank the mom and dad, dude. I thank the mom and dad every time. I go, dude.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like you did this for me, man. And then it's like, I can't wait until I see the babies. And then like when you're cleaning like their tub and you see them and you're like, dude, you're not gonna believe the look of these friggin' little bastards that just hatched out from you.
Hey, you know, like okay. You see the movie next Friday? Anyone? Okay. Do you know Pinky when he pulls up in the you know when Pinky pulls up in the fucking in the limousine and the driver comes out and he hands over the drink and he just straight he goes, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. I feel like that's what the snakes say to us. They're just like, yeah,
they don't. Like, they don't care about it.
Put me away. Give me some water. Soak me. Take this smell off me so I'm not depressed and put me away. I feel like that's
give me one more rat. Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. You know, I think we all talked to the snakes. The other day, I had one finally break a fast, and I'm like, it's about time, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, little things like that, or you did a good job, mama. You know, you did a good job, baby. You laid. You know, finally, thank God. You know, I hear homeboy all the time in his stories. Hey, mama. You know, you be doing the same thing with his chondros. I mean, yeah, bro. We're enjoying the hell out of this shit, man.
I'm with Dylan though. Like whenever you go to like feed one and it comes at you a little bit too zesty,
yeah,
they get some other words. They're not terms of endearment.
Yeah. Calm down, bitch.
But I understand it because I mean, I love food, and sometimes I bite at Lily's hand. Sometimes,
yeah, but it's different when you got like a friggin' 5 to 10 pound rabbit on some tongs and a berm comes flying out for you.
No, that's why D's special. Okay, that's why I fucking.
Oh no, I got a couple berms. They're awesome snakes, man. They're so cool.
They are, man. I would say
they're so cool.
I've said this plenty of times, but the best big snake pet is a berm. I think that's like
they're a giant ball python.
Nothing beats a huge fucking docile puppy tame fucking berm that Dylan has. And are yours pretty calm?
Oh yeah, they're chill.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. On the talk of berms and other species, what other stuff are you passionate about that you're keeping right now that aren't ball pythons, Brandon?
Well, the ball pythons make up the bulk of stuff, but I have like, I don't know, 20-ish hognose. I've got 5 or 6 bull snakes.
What do you like about hognoses? If I could just stop you right there, I'm just curious. What do you like about the hognose?
They're just cool. I don't know, man. They're cool. They're cute. They got stupid little faces. They share like a brain cell amongst like the entire population.
Are you working with cool shit, or are you just working with whatever and just fucking being cool about it? Like, what are you doing?
Oh no, I got cool shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you got?
Yeah.
Give me something.
And they got all kinds of weird, confusing ass names. But like I got like the Mai Tai stuff, which is like the sable and like toffee combo. Like they're really cool.
Stuff. I like the
I just recently picked up a moonstone, like a super Arctic lavender.
Holy shit.
They're really cool animals, man. They're super pretty. And it's like the toffee stuff is like the ultramel of the friggin' hognose. Like they're just so colorful and nice, and they stay colorful. Like they're just really cool.
He said the word that most people say. They're
What?
cute. He
Cute.
said that's the truth. You know?
Yeah, they're cute. They're dumb, but they're cute.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like their push is kind of similar to ball pythons as far as like, you know, people who don't even really like snakes but see a hognose, they like that hognose, and it kind of is a gateway for the people who like that unique looking shit, because it's not a typical looking snake and it doesn't act like one. Like, the thing is a goddamn character out of Mario Brothers. Like it's neat.
Dumb.
Yeah, they're definitely got little man syndrome for sure, but they can also get really big too, which is crazy. Like I've seen
they get like thick.
Girthy.
They handle kind of like a little bit weird, but that's like another thing too. Like the bull snakes feel the same as like the hognose, but they get like bigger. You know, they're like, I don't want to say probably as big as like a Crebo, but they're kind of in that same kind of ballpark of like an adult female could be like 6 or 7 feet, but they handle differently. Like they're just a different animal. And I really do like a lot of those. Everything else except for the ball pythons pretty much eat frozen thawed, which is also pretty beneficial, you know, because that's just easier. You don't have to deal with rodents. You don't have to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you don't have to deal with, you know, having those animals. But it's just the variety, man. It's like there's so many different cool things out there, and it's probably not like the best to have like such a wide range of stuff, but you know, it's like having like the blood pythons I have. I know you just had Elijah on the other day. Like I was listening to that the other day when I was cleaning. Like the blood pythons are awesome. The berms are awesome. Those are probably the smallest segment of stuff that I have. And then over the past, I don't know, 3 months or so, I've been picking up a couple more boas too, to kind of get back into those and to just enjoy them. I wasn't super successful with the boas, but I enjoy them.
Brandon,
and I want to have a small group just to have fun.
I'm not judging you because you're wearing glasses, but I'm pretty sure you'd be good at breeding chondros, or you seem like a chondro guy. Why don't you get a chondro? I'm not trying to call you nerdy.
I'd pick the emerald tree boas over.
Okay,
chondros.
I like that. I like that answer. So would you ever consider adding a pair or adding a female and raising it up, or what's the deal?
I mean, I had one from, you know, I wouldn't say your old buddy, but I would say that sarcastically, Mr. JS.
Joe Spitalski.
I had one from.
That's what, dude. I'm so cool with him. I just don't agree with the stuff he's done. That's all. Yeah. But like he's.
Well, I got a basin from him years ago, and it never ate for me, and it died.
Well, I'm sorry. See, exactly.
And every time I tried to talk to him about it to help me out with it, he would just kind of
yeah. I know. I'm sorry. That's when I don't want to say he's my boy. But anyways, I haven't talked to him in years. But yeah, unfortunately, this is why imports just isn't the way sometimes, guys. It's not worth it.
Well,
but
it's a basin, so technically it shouldn't have been one.
No,
but like, you know, the thing is, Frank Martin, he's down the road from me. Like, I don't know where down the road, but we're in the same state.
Who?
Or not Frank Martin. Friggin', why am I forgetting his damn name?
Marino?
Ed Marino.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Ed.
Yeah, Ed Marino's like right down the road from me. Like, we're in Maryland. Like, he couldn't be more than an hour or two.
Well, that's good to know, because I'm like, Ed has invited me to his place multiple times, and I would just go there just to see him. But if I knew you were in the area, I could definitely kill more than, you know, one bird with one stone. You know what I mean? Like I could do a bunch of shit. But I know, dude, the thing about Maryland, there's a lot of sick reptile keepers in Maryland. Like Ozzy's in Maryland. Isn't Ralph Davis in Maryland? Am I tripping?
No, he's like an hour away from me too.
Yeah, so he's in Maryland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's great. Missing some other people too.
You have Sebastian and those guys. You got Maddox. He's like right down the road too. Like we went over to his place and shot guns and stuff like that. Like
just shout out Matt, dude. Belial. I hope I said that right. Belial. Yeah. That's my boy, dude. Belial, you're my homie. I miss you, dude. And shout out to Sebastian. Sebastian, I need to call you back. I swear to God, I'll do that. But listen, let's get into this next topic. You know, where do you see things headed in the next like 5 years, Brandon? Like, obviously, I feel personally what's happening in the market is real. Like it's more reality. Like I feel like we are almost leveling out personally. But for you, where do you think we're at currently, and where do you think we're headed in the next 5 years, ball python wise?
I don't know. I mean, I think that in general, it's going to be more and more important to make stuff that looks exceptionally pretty versus something that is genetically strong. Like I just, you know, I think that people are going to value that a lot more. And I think it's going to continue to kind of be on that track of the more is less kind of situation. And overall, that's better. I think that in general is better for the hobby in general, because if you have a bunch of people that have smaller collections, you could all kind of be working different projects, and then you're going to be more excited to like add stuff in from like other people because they have ingredients that you don't have, or they've made a little bit more traction this direction than you have. So I think it's just about like the visual appeal of, did I say more is less? I don't know. I think Dylan's messing with me. All these podcasts kind of like just when you're on these, I feel like it's like the adrenaline from it. It's just all like words blend together and it makes it, I don't know. But I think that just the visual appeal of stuff is going to be more important than the genetic strength, so to say.
Yeah, some have been saying we got to make making pretty snakes great again.
Yeah, and age pretty as well. I think that's also another thing to like understand, that we're now going to a place in this hobby where the better it looks with age, or the more we can keep it looking good with age, the better you're off, and the more value your projects are going to be to the hobby, because that's where it's at. I mean, there are plenty of examples of those genes already being out there. Like white lace is one of them. Like there's some projects out there that will be awesome with age. Ultramel Sunset, right? We're seeing Ultramel Sunset fucking age beautifully. And that's where your head should be at. Like what looks better with age. But yeah, that's what it's all about. All right, wrap up topic time of the episode. I'll go first, and then we'll go with Emilio after. But at this point right now, Brandon, do you think the higher end of the investment side of the ball python game is going to change? Do you think less people are going to be spending money in the next few years, or do you think that's going to increase?
I mean, I don't necessarily think that is so much going to change, because there's always going to be people that desire to get that animal when it first comes out, whenever the top of like the project is available. I mean, and sometimes it just matters on opportunity. You know, some people are in a better situation where they can afford, you know, to spend that money. Like I couldn't go buy an Ultramel Sunset right now. It's like, you're out of your mind if I'm paying like that, just because I don't have like that to be like, okay, let me just go drop 15, 20 grand on like a snake. Like that's just not how deep those pockets are. But I can buy the ingredients, and I feel like a lot of people are in that situation. So if people are in the situation where they can't afford to do that, you know, by all means, knock themselves out. There's people that spend 50, 70, whatever $1,000 on like muscle cars from like the 70s, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like what your interest is or what you like to have.
Yeah. And with that being said, like there's people out there who got some fucking crazy pockets that are interested in this hobby, and that's growing. Like you got people who have other things they're really good at that like snakes, and they're fucking down. They're down to get in this, man. I mean, we're talking about Gary Scavino, like, dude, hit the friends that he knows, dude. Serious, stupid fucking money. I'm talking stupid money, dude. And they love snakes, and they get in whatever species they want. We're talking, you know, carpet pythons, kahuas, chondros, emerald. You know how many people spend fucking 6 figures on emeralds a year and they don't tell nobody about it? It's for their own personal enjoyment. We have a lot of that, so that's growing too, you know. Not everyone wants to be on an Instagram and like look at me. Like, no, dude, there's just people who have mad money and they love this shit. And those people fund a lot of breeders that are successful in this hobby, dude. I'm starting to realize the successful breeders have like 1 or 2 of these clientels every year, and they give them just because they breed what they want and they want it that bad. And I feel like that's a good place to be, man. I mean, fuck, find some people that want your shit and they got hella money, dude. They'll fucking, dude, they'll fund a lot of your shit for you. It's crazy.
And that's really the cool thing, you know, with like, say, like the chondros or even like the emeralds or like the basins. Like, and that's part of the reason why, like I do hope that like the boas I picked up, I can do something crazy with in the future. But if not, like, I'm just going to enjoy them. Like, they're just cool.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the bull snakes, you know, it's like, I have like 2 little, I can't pull those bastards out because they're fast as hell. But little the little red-sided garter snakes, I got those things from Bob.
Yeah, those are nice.
They're just chilling in like a little display setup. I do a little pinky sashimi for them each week, and they just hang out, man. They're cool. Like they're enjoyable to look at. Like you can have just cool display animals. Like, not everything needs to be a breeder. Not everything needs to be bred. Like, there's plenty of room for just enjoy. Like, that's what I think that's like kind of a problem to an extent. And it's like, I'm not trying to say there's a right or a wrong way to do stuff, but like, some people get into the ball python / reptile hobby with the intent of breeding the ball python or breeding the reptile or whatever. And it's like, initially for me, like, it started with just in like friggin' Nigel Marvin, Jeff Corwin, Steve Irwin, like all those dudes, Julian Sylvester, like watching those dudes on Animal Planet and just genuinely enjoying the animal. Eventually, until I, tore my parents down enough to be able to get one.
It's sad to think not everyone was a part of that era, though. Like because we're old, dude.
So, yeah, but that's like pre-Instagram, pre-social media. You know what I mean? Like it's sexy to be like a reptile keeper and like do all this stuff. I don't know. It's just like.
But now we got people doing this full time who were born in 2003, 2004. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That's fucking wild to think about. And they're fucking booty popping and doing all this crazy shit. Like, you just don't know what to fucking expect anymore with this new era, bro. They're running wilds. But all right, Big E, what you got?
Yeah, man. So I got my last clutch of the season this weekend. I already put all my pairings into clutch. I have to ask you, man, what's that animal you have a shot at hitting in 26 that make fucking makes you really, really excited?
I mean, so I'm already pairing my Ultramel Het Sunset to my double Het Sunset Ultra again, so that's exciting. But outside of that, I'm really looking forward to taking a blackhead leopard Ultramel double het clown pied into like my group of females that I have, to produce like ideally like a super blackhead Ultramel clown with like leopard and stuff like that in the mix. I think it's just going to be really pretty, and it's going to be deep dark, like rich tones. Like super blackheads are awesome, like the super blackhead, the super chocolate, super hurricane, like all that stuff. That's like my like avenue for like that project. But my one animal that I'm really, really hoping to hit this year is definitely going to be like a super blackhead leopard Ultramel clown. Like I really want to make it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Can't wait to see it. I'm really excited about going forward. I want to start. I want to go for a super blackhead, maybe Ultramel pieds or maybe with sunset or something like that. I saw a super blackhead pied that I think a hardwired hit this and he posted. Man, that's a reminder that
that's my avenue. That's my avenue for pied. That's it.
Beautiful.
Like that and like confusion pied stuff.
Hey, that's a beautiful animal, man.
Yeah. Super blackhead pieds. That's like the only way that I like super blackhead, super mahogany, one of those kind of thing for pieds,
Yeah.
Change the color up. That's going to be the path.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Anything super blackhead, man, is ideal for me. It's a powerful project right there in itself. But yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes with that. But what a great episode, man. We got these round 2 hot seat questions for you. Mine are quick. I'll go first, and then we'll go with Emilio's. Aren't so quick, and they're kind of confusing. So get ready.
I know, man. I already got my pad of paper ready for when he throws out his friggin'
You have a pad of paper ready, dude.
I didn't ask him anything because he's my boy, and I like these. I like these a lot.
All right, guys, do me a favor. Thank you for getting the likes up, by the way. But we could do better. Let's get the likes up even more right now. Hot seat questions round 2 coming in hot. Here we go. First thing you would feed a baby ball python?
Like a fuzzy ASF.
What day would you cut?
Wait till they pip.
Least favorite double recessive project, and you can't say fucking albino.
G-stripe clown.
Thank you. Wow, that was great.
That's my least. I don't like it.
What's one double recessive project you would have that you don't have yet?
I've been needing to get like a DG Exanthic male.
What's not too favored, but one of your most least favorite incomplete dominant? What I mean by that, what's a big Dominant that's being favored, but for you, I feel like you're like, I think it's a little overhyped.
I mean, you're not gonna like it, but the Cosmos stuff.
I'm kind of with you on that. I feel like I said the only ones I've liked are the ones from Europe. So little hypey on that. I'm not gonna lie.
For the opportunity cost, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, coolest reptile network in the world.
We're here.
Thank you. All right, go Emilio.
All right. So what's gonna look better? Ultramel Sunset Cypress Clown. What happened? What happened? Did you hear me or no?
He's getting his pen ready. That's all. Because he's getting ready. That's all.
All right. What's gonna look better? Ultramel Sunset Cypress Clown or Ultra Stranger Sunset Clown?
The first one, because Stranger Sunset Clown looks like the turd emoji, to quote MJ.
What are you gonna do?
All right. You have to pick one for your collection right now. DG Pompeii or Spot Nose Yellow Belly Confusion / Acid DG Exantic Clown.
I mean, I don't really care for DG Clown either, but I'll go for the second one because there's Confusion Acid in there.
Okay. You have a chance at these two animals. Which one are you taking? Butter GHI Monsoon Clown or Fire Monsoon Clown?
Probably the Fire Monsoon Clown.
Yeah, both of those animals are amazing. I mean, I'd have a hard time with that one.
Yeah, like the lesser works nice in it though too. Like Bell Complex and Monsoon is cool.
Yeah, those animals are incredible. Longer legs. You get two. Okay, I'm gonna give you 4 options. Longer legs. Ultramel Monsoon, Ultramel Sunset, Ultramel Pied, Ultramel Puzzle.
So read those back.
Okay, longer legs.
So they're all Ultramel, right? So it's Ultramel Monsoon, Clown, Pied, or Puzzle.
No,
Ultramel Monsoon,
Ultramel Monsoon, Ultramel Sunset, Ultramel Pied, Ultramel Puzzle. Longer legs.
I mean, Ultramel Sunset's going to be number 1, and then I would think that Ultramel Puzzle would probably be number 2.
Okay,
write it down.
And then pick one of those two.
I mean, Ultramel Sunset, because that encompasses everything.
All right, so here I'm gonna have you pick 2. Pastel GHI Hypo Puzzle. Dale, the one that I posted with Dale, that thing is bonkers. Black Pastel OD Hypo Puzzle or Super Orange Dream Special Hypo Puzzle. Pick 2.
I'm already forgetting the second one. I remember the first and last.
Black Pastel OD Hypo Puzzle.
Probably the Black Pastel one, honestly, because Black Pastel and Puzzle looks really nice, especially with like hypo.
Okay. You got one more. I asked for 2.
This is crazy work right now. This is nuts.
Okay, it's fine. You pick the number 1. But let me admit something to you guys.
No, I'll hear it. I'll hear whatever the last one of your gauntlet is. We already made it this far.
No, that's it. No, I had asked you to pick 2, and you picked 1. But it's fine.
Wow.
Let me say this, man.
They're so long, man. They're so long.
This is epic. This is epic.
I need a multiple choice sheet before we start.
I hit you pretty hard. I hit you pretty hard, but you're my homie. I have to say, I have a pairing for Black Pastel Hypo Puzzle this season, and I have to tell you guys, I wish I had Pastel GHI stuff right now and Trick and Hurricane in my head puzzle stuff because, bro, that Pastel GHI Hypo Puzzle, I almost made an offer to Dale, and I'm not even.
They're gorgeous, man. Like that one that Prague made recently, they were sharing it. It's like a special hypo puzzle hurricane or something. Yeah. Insanity. Yeah. Like that. I mean, it goes to like that fine tuning and tweaking of like these projects to really bring out that like extra oomph, and especially with something with like puzzle.
Dude, Emilio, one thing I love, I just love how he just says a list of morphs. Like I have a good memory, at least I think I do, and I try to keep up myself, and you lose me every time, bro. And
yeah,
then,
but
hold on. Then you go take away 2, and then you go add 1 more or something. It's like, dude, you're out of control with this, bro.
I understand, but let me tell you,
I love it.
These videos we're watching, right, bro? Everyone's running off the genes, and you're like, sometimes I get it. I have to rewind to hear it again.
I love it.
We're working.
I'm a visual person. I need to see.
Yes.
Like that's a huge thing that's nice with like clutches, being able to like, here's your males, here's your girls. You can like, you visualize it. Like
I will say every time this is audio wise is probably the best part of the episode for sure. Whenever Emilio's hot seat questions, I know people are driving, just laughing their ass off, hearing all these fucking
hearing the guest struggle. For their life, trying to remember which combination of 4 incomplete dominant genes he was talking about first or second.
If you guys look at me sometimes, I'm stressed for the fucking guests sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Hey, but I want you guys to know, if you see the really good hot seats, it's because I have mad respect for that.
It is, yeah, true. No, I love them. I wouldn't want it any other way. This is completely Biggie style right here. Nobody does it like this. This is great. Are we done, or is there one more?
No, we're done.
Are you sure, dude? You can pull the other one out. It's fine. I'm sure you have another one. It's fine. Go ahead.
I got one more comment to say. Puzzles the shit.
Damn. Hey, yeah. Shout out to Kyle Hoffman, by the way. Puzzles the shit. I agree. But I will say, Puzzle and Sunset looks like shit. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
I like it.
It needs more. It needs more. It needs more. It looks like poo poo. It just doesn't smack.
Oh man, Brandon was really happy with you till now.
Oh, he's cool. He'll be all right. Yes,
everybody likes what they like, and again, it goes back to that Sunset DG clown. It's like you might need to skip a step and then go into like the next phase. It's like I just actually bought a puzzle het Sunset from Brock like 2-3 weeks ago. So it's like I got that for my 2 double het Sunset puzzle females I got. It's like I want to make that project, and then I want to add hypo, and then I want or ultramel or whatever. It's like
ultramel sunset ultramel puzzle sunsets will be nasty. Those will be fucking like woo.
Oh no, yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It needs help.
Hey, Brandon, the homie Dylan gave you a hot seat in the chat really quick before we go off.
Hold on, where's it at? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm caramel pied.
I guess
I like the labyrinth stuff, but like I don't know, man. Like something about like a pied that gets like 15 feet long is pretty cool.
Pied is king.
Inside hot seat question there, but cool. Listen, Brandon, appreciate your support, dude. Honestly, stay tapped in the way you are, man. You're inspiring the way you like to fucking be a part of this game. Why don't you let people know where they can follow you real quick before we let you go?
Just everywhere's Nixon Reptiles. I try and post 4 or 5, times a week on IG, and usually once a week or once every other week on YouTube. So,
hold on. Bonus hot seat question. What's your choice brand of camera? Like, what do you
like? So I use the Sony. So I have a A7C2. I really like this little guy.
What kind of lens? What kind of lens is that?
The best one anybody could get. The 18 to 50.
18 to 50. What is it? Is that like the measurements or the lens?
18 to 50 millimeters, like zoom. So it's like a macro. They finally started making it for the other manufacturers, but it's. I mean, I really enjoy it for getting Sony, videos of the snakes.
What Sony is that again? I'm obviously I'm in the market of new cameras, so I'm asking. So
you don't like your Fuji anymore?
No, I need more. I just gonna add an additional one, and I don't know if I want to go Fuji. I think I want to go Sony. I've been.
Sony has way better autofocus.
Yeah, and that's what I want. I want better autofocus. I want zoom. I want to be able to do all that shit. With ease, and I think Sony's are great. So Sony,
this one's the A7C2.
A7C2. That's cool. All right, I'm looking into that.
The 18 to 50 Sigma macro lens.
Emilio doesn't do cameras, but I'm gonna get him one at some point. He's gonna be all studioed up like this in the future.
Hey, I've been using the Pocket 3 for this whole thing here.
What's a
Like
Pocket?
I can.
What the fuck's a Pocket 3? Hold on, slow down. What's a Pocket 3? Pocket 3.
It's
what?
it's like a good like vlogging type camera.
Pocket 3. Who makes it?
DJI.
Huh. And you use that for?
Has,
oh, this.
yeah,
They're called. Those are called pockets.
yeah.
Oh yeah, those are.
So
sick.
I have it just plugged into my laptop, and I can manually adjust my settings and everything. So
yeah, my boy Sal from the UK has this. He put me on game with this thing. It's pretty fucking
nice.
Yeah, it's a cool $1,000, but whatever, dude. Like once you add the other shit, the extended battery, right, or something like that.
Yeah, you don't need that shit. I don't charge. Like I charge this thing like once every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Like you don't need all the extra stuff. You literally just need the camera and the mic and a mic for it.
Yeah, I need more. So the thing is, I talked to multiple people, so you could pair up more than one mic to this thing. I'm assuming, right?
You can pair up 2.
Okay, cool.
But
All right,
the audio is pretty good. So
sweet. All right, Brandon Nixon Reptiles everywhere. Find the links in the description below. Thank you so much, Brandon, for coming
cannons
by.
are trash.
Damn, shit on the homegirl Amanda right there. But give it up. It's a wrap for Nixon Reptiles, ladies and gentlemen.
Later, bro. Great job.
Let's go, Brandon. Have a good night, buddy.
Thanks, guys. You as well.
Poor Amanda. She can't catch a break. First scrambler, now her cannon. She's a homegirl. What are you gonna do? Hey, listen, shout out to everyone in the chat. Why'd you look like that? You look like you were just like.
I enjoyed the hell out of that. So that was a great one.
It was an awesome show. I'm not gonna lie. It was great.
I love when we just nerd out and shit.
Yeah, but also too, like one thing about Brandon is like you could push him on conversations where he'll tell you the truth, And I just feel like in a hobby like today, man, it's cool to talk to someone who's like okay with being transparent, honest about certain topics. Because that's what we need, dude. I mean, that's what Trap Talk is. Trap Talk. It's authentic, and people know that we speak from the heart. And we do want good by anyone in this hobby that wants to do good. And so, I don't know. I thought it was cool. We got some good topics out there. Anything you want to like? And I know we kind of got that topic out of the way, man. But you definitely agree, Emilio. Like people go through shit out there. But they should check into it. That you would say, right? Like if anyone out there is battling anything, I think they should kind of make the effort to either reach out to someone who can help or don't. They shouldn't ignore it. I don't think.
If you ignore it, you never fix it. That goes for anything in life.
Yeah, never goes away.
Tackle your issues, whether that be, anything.
Yeah.
The only way to get better is to tackle the problem you have, because if you don't, you'll get worse. And that goes for everything. Period.
Yeah. If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah. You gotta make yourself happy, man. The way you make yourself happy is tackling shit, fixing it, and moving on to the next problem, because problems never go away.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a new one, So
yeah, and I would say the first step to me wanting to take care of my shit was like I realized how much the animals make me happy, and that was my first grasp of happiness, was like the animals. Like this kept me fucking sane. So, and I feel like that's the whole point of doing what we do. It's a therapeutic place. It should make you happy. Like keeping animals shouldn't make you upset because that's work. Like we're slaving by them. We're slaves. We fucking, thanks for shitting today. Let me clean that up for you. Like every day my hand touches some sort of shit, but I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. I love it. I fucking love it. And what's one thing, Emilio, like I always, with the amount of workload that I have and I want to do more, I'm like, dude, I need to hire somebody, but I never want to stop fucking picking up snake shit. I never want to stop being the guy changing the waters. Like looking at my animals. The rodents, fuck that shit. I need to find someone for that. Please, if you're in the SoCal area, I will pay you good money to do my rodents. There's a huge screening process, but we can work it out. But the snakes, dude, I want to be able to touch my snake shit forever. Kind of gross, but I love it. I love it, dude.
I agree with you fully, but even the rodents, I like to.
No, fuck that. Oh
no, I'm not saying I like to do it, but I like it's
there.
I like to assess how they're doing, their progress, how I'm doing with it, the numbers, You know,
numbers. This guy needs numbers.
I mean, you know, I don't want to let go of it because if I let go, you know, it's not going to be the same. You know,
well, and then also that's a huge stream of income for you, and that's a, you know, I breed rodents because I had to feed my animals. So do you, but it helps you out in other streams as well. And bro, you're dialed the fuck in. Like, you take your rodents a lot serious than other keepers who do it because how good you are at it. And you, again, the numbers are important to you. Production, like you're already built. You're built like that already. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once you let go, it might not be as efficient, or you might get behind, or you know. But again, if you have to, you have to. At the end of the day, so.
I just know when it, like when I do rodents, bro, and shit goes down, like, okay, one drops on the floor, like everything pauses. Like there's situations when you take care of rodents that are nasty and you're like, man, if I'm having a hard time doing it, what makes you think fucking this college intern or whoever the fuck you hire, fucking hobo down the street? I don't know. Like, how are you going to know they're going to do the job good? So you're right. The efficiency, that's another reason why it's hard for me to let go of the rodents, because when it comes to rodent day, I'm happy with it when it's done. Like, you know that feeling. We all know when it comes to cleaning a rodent collection or rodent fucking whatever the fuck you got going on. When it's all said and done, nothing's a better feeling than sitting back and looking at everything on how clean it is, because you know that's what feeds your collection. That's what feeds the reptiles, and it is a really good feeling. It's a good feeling.
That and the fact that you're pulling perfect, plump,
babies,
nice hydrated rodents. I mean,
yeah, I'll tell you what, I love that shit. Like when I do pull some smalls and some fucking stuff off, I'm like, God damn, look how beautiful and like full you look. And you know, nothing against the guys I used to get for it, but the quality just dropped, and I was getting these fucking punesters. Like they weren't. It wasn't what it was before.
Oh, and nice and clean, you know.
Yeah, and full.
Yeah.
Good episode. We got some bangers in store on the upcoming weeks. We're going to end this year with a bang for sure. What's crazy, man, we're already done with October. 2 more months, bro. 2.5 more months, and we're 2026. Moving that quick.
Insane. Next thing you know, we're vending Pomona.
Insane. No klepto. Remember, got to say that. Villarino Reptiles, one of the best in the game. Big E Top G. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, bro. Have a good night. Good night, guys.
Thank you, Emilio. Appreciate it. And thank you again, anyone out there who tapped in. If you did not already, please hit the like button. Be like the others. The likes are up right now. So join the rest of the others who hit that like button, especially if you enjoyed it. And again, man, check in on your loved ones. Check in on yourself. Because again, when it comes to waking up out of bed, when you're alone, who do you got? You only got yourself, dude. And maybe some people should be by themselves more. If you're struggling mentally, you got to learn how to be by yourself. Not easy to do. I used to struggle with that a lot, to be honest. It's because I used to hate myself. And also, hating yourself doesn't help your mental state either. Find ways to love yourself. Find ways to be happy with what you're doing in life, because it's going to wear you out. This shit will wear you out faster than you believe. And I hate seeing it happening right now to certain people in the hobby, man. People are fucking crashing out, losing their minds. Some people have it coming, but God bless them, dude. Honestly, I don't wish any bad case of mental illness on anyone, because it's fucked up. It's not easy to get through. Some people don't get through it. But yeah, man, I definitely encourage people to take care of themselves, find a way to love yourself, and yeah, man, just reach out. And guys, if you see anyone out there who needs help and you love that person, for sure, reach out to them. You know, look after them. You only got one life, man, and you never know, bro. Life is a trip, bro. Life is crazy. But best time of life is happening right now. I love this place. Love the space. Love everything. The reptiles. Don't want no other life personally, man. So I want to say shout out to all the love and respect, man. I've had a lot of people who've been supporting what I've been doing and giving me mad props. Tinley was a good weekend, man. I will say, other than the crazy shit that went down, I've never had such a great positive response from people at Tinley this last weekend. Best Tinley in a long time, especially from March, because we all know March, what was happening at March, right? With the whole, MORPH market getting shitted on by other shipping companies because they started coming out with cheaper rates. So that time at Tinley at March was fucking a way different vibe. And now that MORPH market has done what they said they were going to do and fulfilled it and continue to fulfill it, this Tinley in October, whew, man, you should have saw the difference. It was amazing. It was cool. So I do want to say thank you to anyone who stopped by the MORPH market booth and gave mad love and respect to the entire team because we had the CFO who was there, Tracy was there, a couple other really cool, awesome teammates were there. So yeah, shout out to anyone out there who's been standing behind MORPH Market, man. We already know the real deal. We know what MORPH Market's here for. And yeah, big things to come for sure. So thank you again for all the love and support, guys. If you're looking for exclusive content, if you want to get more behind the scenes, if you want access to my wait list of my chondros and emeralds, especially 2026 around the corner here, come join the Trap Talk Patreon family. Don't waste any time. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you connect to the Discord, and there's an amazing Instagram group chat. So just click the very first link in the description below. I got new trap merch already being designed for 2026. It's gonna be banging. Such a great time, man. Such a beautiful time. So thank you so much for being a part of everything that we have going on. Just the beginning. Check out all the sponsors. Links in the description below. Have a good night. I'll catch you here Thursday because there's no All in the Tree Tuesday. Bill has a shotgun tournament. So yeah, we'll see you here Thursday, and I'm out. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Devin.
I'm Teresa, and we are Pragmors. We are based in Czech Republic, a small country in the middle of Europe.
We really love animals that revolve around multi-recessive projects, and one of our very favorites is Hypo. We're really looking forward to clutches that are coming this season, and some of those are Hypo Clown, DG Clown, Hypo DG Clown, and one of our all-time favorites, Hypo Puzzle.
Hope you enjoyed the next episode on Trap Talk, the greatest reptile network in the world.
If you guys want to see next level cutting edge ball python projects, please make sure you head over to their Instagram to follow all their amazing work, and head over to their website to see what they could possibly have available by heading over to progmorphs.com. Thank you again, Devin and Teresa, for bringing some of the biggest heat worldwide in the ball python game. If you want to be organized, if you want to be cutting edge in the ball python game, then you don't want to miss this. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. No better place to start off than by using this app. Clutch is an organization app that helps you organize all your ball python projects. It also helps your peers and your fellow community members look at what you possibly have coming for the upcoming ball python season, what you have currently available on MORPH Market. It's so awesome to be ahead of the game by using organization app like Clutch. Thank you so much, the entire Clutch team, amazing team over at Clutch. If I were you, I would head over to Clutch's Instagram account, and I would also head over to their website, try it out, see how it works for you. But especially if you're just now coming into this, before you build your reptile collection, I would do it organized, and I would do it with Clutch. Thank you, Clutch, for being so amazing. Excited to hear what Clutch has to bring in the near future. Cheers.